What's going on today, everybody? So I'm out here working on an Audi TT where we're pulling the head off. We've got a head gasket failure. Most likely there's a lot of coolant coming out of the exhaust, so probably going to be a head gasket failure. So we're going ahead doing the head gasket. I'm in it. There's a little bit of information online on what to do, what to use, what have you, but a lot of it is a little specialty tool. I found a little workaround for a couple things, and I thought I would go ahead and share it with you guys. Hopefully it'll help someone out. If it does, please leave a like and a comment below if you have a different thing that helps you out. Maybe I'll make a video on stuff that actually helps other people out that they've gone through. Maybe I'll try it. Maybe there's something that you have that I need to do down the road. Anyways, I've got the top of the valve cover off on this. I'm trying to break these head studs loose, and there's a specialty tool. You can't quite get a socket style down in there, but I've come up with a little bit of an oddball, but it works perfectly fine for what I need to do solution. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and show it to you. Got a whole bunch of parts sitting over here. We've already taken off. We've got our valve cover, our intake, our turbo piping, and the coil packs, cam stuff, cam covers, whole bunch of stuff taken off already to get to this point. Now, first thing, having trouble getting to the actual idler pulley. So this is the idler pulley, and if you see right back that fork right there, you're supposed to put a bolt in, which actually will pull this tensioner down. So I couldn't get a bolt in there. It's really hard to get your hands in and out and around the shield, kind of in back here, because you gotta come in and around, down and in. So to get the timing belt off, what I actually did was I took a flathead screwdriver, or rather a pry bar, and just went and slowly nudged it off around the outside here, tapped it with a soft hammer, make sure that it doesn't have a super sharp tip on it, but just slowly work your way off and you can knock it off that way. Now when I go to pull this head off, I will actually have a lot better access to all this area because I won't have this giant mass in the way. So with that off, I'm hoping to actually tighten down that tensioner. Now there's a bolt that actually goes in it. Don't know what bolt it is. I think it's an M5. It's like 50 mils long or whatever, but we will figure that out in a minute. Now we're on to the step where we're taking all these head studs out, bolts, what have you. They're an 8mm isn't perfect, but it fits good enough to take them out. We're going to be replacing all these anyways, so it doesn't matter if we really destroy head studs. We don't want to work the heads, but the head studs we can kind of, not ruin, but we can fudge it a little bit to make sure we can get them out, because we're putting new, different style in that will have a new bolt, or a new assembly to go to it. But there's 10 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's some in the back. They're really hard to get to that are pretty deep. So if we stick a Allen key down in here, you've got to go down that deep to get to the bolt. Now that's about 3-4 inches down in there, which works out for an Allen wrench. So I've got an 8mm Allen wrench right here that I'm sticking down in here. The 8mm open end wrench fits perfectly on an 8mm Allen key. Now to turn this, I need a little bit more leverage than what I've actually got to actually turn. So I've got a BF wrench, and I'm actually sticking it on here and going this way and using the Allen wrench as a backer and then using the 8mm as the actual tightening piece. And then I've got this big wrench out here, and I can go ahead and push on it and get it loosened. So now I've got that one loosened where I can do it by hand, and I've got all the other ones loosened too. So that's how I'm going ahead and doing this. 8mm Allen wrench, 8mm wrench, and then a BFW to actually turn it. You could probably get away with, since this is such a small one, using a handle of some sort. Maybe like a jack handle or a bottle jack handles work great for this. But that is how I'm going ahead and removing all these head studs. Go ahead, take them all off, and hopefully we can get this head off of here. There we go, it worked. Managed to get it off. Cool. Well, I know it's not perfectly OEM or the right tool, but this is the get by. We're replacing them anyways, so it doesn't really matter if we destroy them. Definitely be careful not to strip it out, but this works. I've done all 10 of mine perfectly fine. Backyard kind of get by, but it's working. So if you choose to use this method, I'm not responsible for anything that may or may not happen. This is just my way of doing how I've got it done. And hopefully if you try it, that you have just as good of luck as me and don't have any problems. This is all coming off of here now, and yeah, hopefully this helps. If it does, leave a like. If you got something else, leave a comment. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna try to finish this, so hopefully everybody else has a wonderful rest of their day, and take it easy, everyone. Peace.